Hello, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Friday Live with Jasmine. I'm your host, Jasmine Bryant, your brand visibility coach, helping women coaches, network marketers, speakers, and small business owners to boost their brand by becoming visible. And speaking of visible, I see my coffee cup was in the way, so let's move that. I drink my iced coffee out of a jar so I can shake up my protein powder in it. Um, it's the lazy girl way of getting it done without using the blender. So I had to move that out of the way. So anyway, this is what happens when you're live. You know, things aren't where they're supposed to be, but you just move on. Excuse me. So today we are talking about creating powerful videos in under 30 minutes. And so many people put off doing video because they think it takes too long. In fact, I'm running a LinkedIn poll right now. And the number one choice that is keeping people from being on video for their business and showing up for their clients, showing up for their potential clients, and sharing their business with the world is time. Right after that, it's fear of judgment, I think was the number two. And then I think number three was I just don't know what to talk about. So we're going to talk about actually number one and number two during this live chat. So when you pop on, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching it live, put your questions in the comments and I should actually have the chat open. Because I want to know what's holding you back and what questions you have so that I can answer them. But I'm going to show you a few simple shifts that can help you go from being stuck and staring at your phone, wondering, ooh, what am I going to post today, to actually creating content that won't take you a ton of time. Like you'll spend a lot less time creating some content than you will binge watching your favorite show. Okay, are you ready? So I've got three for you, but before we get into those strategies, I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about why video is important, why we want to do video for our businesses. And the number one reason is it creates a connection with your audience. It creates trust with your audience. It creates conversions with your audience. And people will buy from you if they like you, if they trust you. They won't know who you are if they never see you. So you want people to know you. You want to have that connection. You want to have that trust. And all of that is going to convert into sales, or at the very least, leads, which hopefully will convert into sales, depending on what you do, what you sell. Okay, so let's tackle this myth that doing videos takes too much time, because it doesn't. It can take a crap ton of time, but that's just because you're not doing it right, you know? And that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're talking about today, is how to help you to really get the effective videos that you want, that your audience will connect with, without you spending all of your time and energy to do it. So I have three strategies for you, three tips. And I mean, honestly, some of the best videos that I've done have been created in like mere minutes. Before I get to the strategies, just like for an example, I posted a TikTok, which it was literally me twirling in a square, and then I threw a caption on it, an inspirational caption, and a hook on the screen. That was it, including twirling in the square. This whole video from soup to nuts took under 5 minutes to create. And within just a few minutes, it had nearly 600 views. So you don't have to spend hours. You don't have to spend hours creating content and hoping that it converts or hoping that people watch it. You just need to spend a couple of minutes. So short, sweet, effective. Okay. The magic happens when you are consistent. So you don't have to be perfect. Just keep doing it. All right. So number one, pre-planning with the content calendar. I have said this before. I am not a huge planner, but I've learned to be a planner and I've learned to plan my content. And that's one of the things that really helps you to not, stare at your phone wondering, what in the heck am I going to post today? So on my desk, and I'll show it to you, I have this massive sticky note with my content calendar, my plan here. It has what I want to, like the pillars that I want to post about every single day that I wish to post. And I have it broken down. I know how many times a day I would like to post. So now this tells me I have 3 posts that I want to create 7 days a week, right? Um, Monday is going to be something motivational plus something that solves a problem and then something that casts future vision. That's Monday. And then Thursday, let's just look at the content planner again. Thursday, it'll be something that's tools or tech related, something that's thoughtful, or some clips from webinars that I've done or podcasts that I've been on. So I always know what it is I want to post, or at least the topic. Once you know the topic and you have your pillars, it's so much easier to go in and say, okay, well, I know that there are 4 Mondays in this month, so I need 4 motivational posts. And you spend some time, you write out your motivational posts, and then you record it. And we'll talk about that in just one quick second. All right. And so you don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about that. And if you're one of those folks who's just like, I really just don't know, I do have a guide. It's 365 social media prompts for coaches and speakers. And I'm going to pop up a QR code. I learned how to do the QR codes last week, and I'm so pumped about it. But I'm popping that up for you. It's only $27. And it's actually more than 365 social media prompts because your girl can't count. And I was so focused on getting all these different prompts done that the ideas were flowing and I just kept going and going and going. And so they're broken down by month. So, they're a dozen or so for each month. And then you have a dozen or so that are just general for whenever you want to post something. So you might want to go ahead and grab that. And I'll also put the link in the chat. And when you're chatting, when you're here live, just say, hey, so I know I'm not talking to myself. Love to know where you are watching and what questions you have. Okay, so the other thing is B-roll. The power of B-roll and repurposing. I love to repurpose. And I liken it to cooking Sunday dinner and then having a meal for several days after. And if you're like me and you're not really a huge fan of leftovers, you can freeze part of that meal and have it a month later. You're still repurposing. You're doing the same thing with your videos. For example, this live video right now, you'll see clips from this live video for months. I'm going to chop it up and parcel it out in my emails, in my on my social media platforms, on my blog. You'll see it everywhere. Different, just nuggets, different places. So it's repurposing. And then I mentioned B-roll. And you might be thinking, what the heck is B-roll? B-roll is a TV term that has become a little bit more mainstream in like with social media and video marketing. And so basically, B-roll is just video that supplements what it is that you're talking about. And it can be just something as simple as you walking. Like I have video of me walking with my selfie stick, video of just my feet walking through the airport. It can be something like I was at the park taking a walk, and I saw this gaggle of geese like fighting for bread. So that I shot that, and that became B-roll. And so all you're doing is you're taking that video and you're maybe putting some trending audio with it. You're putting a nice caption, a hook, different captions on the screen, whatever it is. But it's something that's really simple and it's not showing you, or it can show you, but it's just easy because it takes seconds. And you can, again, like you can shoot anything anywhere. Um, have a list of like a running like a folder in your phone that's just b-roll, so you never have to think, what am I going to show? Because maybe you're doing a motivational Monday post and you just happen to have video of you or someone meditating. So, oh, perfect, I can write down, something that goes along with this piece of video. Boom, that's your content. And so in that guide, the 365 days of social media prompts, you can take some of those prompts and boom, there's B-roll. Like one of the prompts is something like, it's for National Coffee Day, International Coffee Day. I love coffee. So your B-roll can be you drinking coffee, taking some sips. It can be you making your coffee. When I was in Colombia, I went to a coffee plantation. And so I have video of picking coffee and grinding coffee the old fashioned way and all those different things. And so that's more content. And I'm doing this during my normal everyday, I'm out enjoying life. And I'm also creating some content too. So therefore it's a twofer and it's not taking me a long time because I'm doing it anyway. Right? Okay. Number 3. Number 3, one take wonders. I am a huge fan of just sitting down and doing it and moving on. You don't need to do take after take after take after take. And let me tell you, even as someone who has spent their entire life, well, since 15 years old, being on camera and recording videos or doing newscasts or whatever it is, acting, whatever it is, if you do it in one take, it's great, right? I mean, if you're acting, you keep doing until the director says you're good. But for stuff that you're doing, stuff that I'm doing now, one take is all you need. Maybe two if you really, really bombed the first one. But when you keep doing take after take after take, you're going to get more frustrated. And the more frustrated you get, the worse the video is going to be. And I always say, be yourself, be authentic. And I really mean that. But you also don't want to be horrible either. And when you keep doing take after take after take after take after take, the frustration level will go from here because you're already nervous, most likely. You're already a little tense about it. It'll go from here to here in seconds. So try to do one take. And one of the ways that you can do that is just to have notes. Don't, you don't want to have a full script and then worry about making it perfect. And this comes into play, especially if you're doing batch video recordings. I didn't even look at my notes because I forgot about that part when I talked about the social media prompts earlier. But, once you have your topics, you can sit down in an afternoon, in a half hour, 20 minutes, whatever, and then just bang out a bunch of different videos. So I'll sit or stand or go outside, do whatever it is, go outside, do whatever it is however I want the videos to look that day. I will go in and I will have 15 or so topics that I want to talk about, that I want to cover. I don't always get to all of them because at a certain point, I'm tired of talking. So I don't do them all, but I'll have 15 or so that I want videos that I want to record, and I'll sit down and just bang out as many as I can. And I give myself a time limit. I'm not going to spend all day doing it. I'm going to do, however many I can get through in, 15, 20 minutes. And then I move on. And sometimes that's a little bit longer because I might want to wardrobe change, jewelry change, because I don't want all my videos looking exactly the same. You can. There's no wrong way to do that. I just don't want them all to look the same. You don't have to be perfect. So just, do your video and move on. Okay. Your fast track formula recap. Are you ready? All right. So your fast track formula recap, you're going to plan your content with a content calendar. Look, I have a fancy one on my website that I gift or I sell. This is the one. This is what I use. It's not fancy, but it's big and it's obnoxious, so it works for me. And it doesn't feel as rigid as having like the actual calendar. But have your content calendar. Plan out what you want to talk about, your pillars of what you want to talk about each day, however many days that looks like for you. And I said to be consistent, but that doesn't mean that you have to have content out every single day. Being consistent, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you have the bandwidth to handle. So if it's once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever it is, then that's what you're going to do. I'm not telling you to record 90 videos and have 90 posts a day. No. But you do want to plan what you're going to talk about. So your fast track formula, number 1 is to plan your content. Number 2, you want to embrace the power of B-roll and repurposing. And that means shoot things that are happening around your life, and also, like you walking, your kids playing, if that's part of your brand, coffee making, your dog being silly, the squirrels that are fighting in the backyard, whatever it is, whatever's going to work for you and bring in your audience and attract your audience, that's what you're going to shoot. And then repurpose your videos. So if you're doing a talking video, that talking video can become several different points. It can be a blog post, it can be an email newsletter, it can be flat content. So you take one piece of content and you're using it over and over again in different ways. And the reason you do this is, number 1, not everyone sees everything that you do. And number 2, people learn in different ways. So where someone may really love watching a video, they may just want to look at your text. But I will say that video converts faster and creates a larger, stronger connection than flat content. So I'm going to err on the side of video first before we talk about the flat content, like the carousels, because it converts faster. The videos convert faster. And different social media platforms, they boost video content faster than they do non-video content, because their job is to keep people around longer so that ads get sold. So your job is to keep people around longer. So, the algorithms will boost you where you want to go. The key is just to be consistent and simple, consistent. All right. So before we go, I want to pop up another QR code. This is for the Jingle Bell Boost. And this is a 4-day challenge that will help you to really up level your holiday sales and your video marketing. And over the course of the 4 days, even if you are incredibly scared to be on camera and you just don't know what to do, we're going to walk you through how to get more comfortable so that you can put yourself out there, put your company out there, put your brand out there, and become more visible. So that way, your clients, your ideal clients, your customers can see you and buy from you, and we can finish 2024 strong and then go into 2025 in complete beast mode. I mean, how cool would it be to really rock your holiday sales and jingle all the way to the bank? So, Jingle Bell Boost, it starts on the 28th of October, so you don't have a lot of time to sign up for it. It starts the 28th of October, runs until Halloween the 31st, and you will get all the tips and tricks that you need, all the tools so that you can really make the best of the holiday shopping season, because it is a $1.3 trillion industry, holiday shopping. So why not get a piece of that? All right. So that is it for today. My homework assignment for you is to don't waste time. Grab your phone, start recording, and pop a video on your social media platforms or your email list and let people know you exist, who you are, what you do, who you serve, and why you need to become their BFF, because you're going to make their lives so much better in whatever it is that you do. And if no one knows you exist, you can't help them. So, have a great weekend, my friends. If it is getting cold where you are, please stay warm. If it's warm where you are, then, don't overheat. But have a great weekend. I'm going to go play with puppies tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that. And that'll be more B-roll also, playing with puppies. All right, guys, have a great one. Bye.